is playoff football in Chicago. The cold, the wind, the snow, and these Bear fans wouldn't have it any other way here inside historic Soldier Field. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Fields throw there, complete to Mooney. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap. Fields escaping the pressure right. Man open is Robinson. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A huge play there for Chicago. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Fields. The screen pass here to Cohen. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The first down screen pass, good for 5. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bears will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here are the Bears now as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Off of play action, and here's Lance. Now he's forced out right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Well, Raheem Mostert, remember, he established himself as a special teams guy before becoming a good runner, and he's never been one to back away from contact as he's able to run through would-be tacklers there on his way downfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Mostert. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Touchdown, 49ers.
I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. It's complete, and he is into the end zone to give him a 2-point lead. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Flushed out right. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time through the air, 35 yards. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. 10 yards on the pickup. On the give, this is Cohen. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Now here's Fields on the sneak. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Now here's Fields on the sneak. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. At the 12-yard line. So not quite out of danger just yet. Still backed up a bit, but only need a few inches here on 2nd down.
Lance, a handoff here to Mostert.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 8-6 the score after one.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
Fighting through. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
They'll run right side with Mostert.
Gets through, and now an opening. And now off to the races down the right side. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now a give to Mostert running right. And he's going to have a Niners first down as the tackle made at the 26-yard line.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
And now they'll throw with Lance.
And his throw here's incomplete.
That's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
Flush to his right. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Lance looking to throw it.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
Working from the gun, Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Back to the running game with Mostert. Mostert hit, and he drops the ball.
And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
And Lance going to throw.
Buying time to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 11 yards back on the scramble as it brings up 2nd down.
To throw, it's Lance.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 19.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now.
Lance.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's Mostert.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Raheem Mostert
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Niners go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. And he's got it. So the drive for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we can put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Robinson.
And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Throw left side, complete. That's Johnson. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Throwing again is Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Touchdown! Allen Robinson, 51 yards.
And the Bears get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Flushed out right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Throwing on first down is Lance. This will be caught. It's Samuel. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Lance now to throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. For Brandon Ayuk, he is as electric as they come with the ball in his hands in the open field, and he turns that catch into big yardage.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Looked the ball in, turned on the jets, and took it all the way.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
He's going to let it go again.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Tarvarius Moore.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. And he stopped immediately there. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
On play action, Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think in clement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Second down at 4. Now Lance on the bootleg.
Rolling to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
From the gun, it's Lance. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
A handoff running left is Mostert. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Second down, here's Mostert again. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they can let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Raheem Mostert,
his second touchdown of the night.
And the 49ers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here.
It's a run with Mostert.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's going to wind up and air it out.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Tarvarius Moore.
And the Niners are going to get it back here just past the 35.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 68 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
This is Mostert. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
And he will find his man, Samuel. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 0-1, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
The Tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. Second down, here's Mostert again.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Raheem Mostert,
saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2.
It's a run with Mostert.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
At their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A huge play there for Chicago.
Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And the 49ers are going to have it here at their own 15.
Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
Off of play action, here's Lance. That's complete out left to Ayuk.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Mostert, toss left side. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now a play fake. Lance, he'll buy some time right. This one caught by Kittle. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 21.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 98 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. 2nd down, here's Mostert again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Now Lance. And that will be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Lance and company going on 4th down. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers continue to roll. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
It certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. They'll roll him out right. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. On play action, Fields. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
The screen pass here to Cohen. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Off play action. Fields. Flush to his right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Just like that. Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34. Go, 19 inside. 19 inside. 34's a Mike. He's coming. Oh, sweet. Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Eason sets to throw it. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now on 2nd and 13. Eason. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. We're going to have a break in the action here because that is Jacob Eason, who is still down and yet to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Nick Bosa showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. 2nd and 14. Another try after the 1st down sack. Fields escaping the pressure right. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This taken in at the goal line.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it, but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Now that's a dangerous throw right there. Moving off to his right, throwing it all the way back across field to his left. I know he had a lot of confidence in his arm, but sometimes the ball can just hang up there when it goes that distance. He was fortunate it was just incomplete.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own. And this thing is blown up defensively. They will not get a throw-off on the trick play, and that'll go down as a sack. I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you had looked, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for it.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
They're going to try and run. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Evanssticks to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.